Hello, welcome to our webinar. It's Monday, January 18th, 2016, and I am Sarah Journey, Senior Sales Director with Mary Kay, and I'm here to teach you guys today and to inspire you and to have some fun time. So we'll give everybody about a minute to log on. This is live. So I'm super excited about our training tonight and what we will be going over and just a couple fun things to really move along on this bandwagon of or bandwagon, that's not the right word, on this journey, that's a better word, of our 13 weeks of training. So shoot me a quick text, let me know that you're here, and we'll get started in just a minute. I will say, for those of you who are on now, go ahead and get out a piece of pen and paper, or a piece of paper and a pen, or a pencil. You will want to take some notes. I will have everything online by tonight or tomorrow. By tomorrow for sure, in terms of exact scripts and things like that. But I find that it's a lot more beneficial if you take your own notes versus just waiting for someone to send them to you. I forget the statistic exactly, but it's something about um, excuse me, um, whatever you hear, you'll only keep like 3% of it in your brain. Whatever you repeat back, you keep like 20% of it in your brain. And whatever you write down, you keep like 60% in your brain. And if you write it down and read it again later or read it to somebody later, it's like a 95% chance that you'll remember it. Now, don't quote me on those exact statistics, but something along those lines. Okay, so yay, I'm already getting texts that some of y'all are here. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see what time it is. 8:32. Let's go ahead and just get started. So this is week 3. This is all about coaching. Week 1, we went over our goals. Week 2, we went over booking. So I hope you guys have been working on your bubble sheets. I forgot to get mine out, but it's almost done for the week. And I'll post a picture of that on Facebook tomorrow. But hope that you have your books booked up. If you did that bubble sheet, you should have at least 10 appointments on your books. Did you do the 10 and 2? The 10 and 2 plus the bubble sheets will get you 10 books, 10 appointments on your books. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go back to watch week 2 webinar and you will understand everything. So week 3 is all about learning how to coach our parties. And Mary Kay Ash always said that a party or a facial, well, I'm kind of changing what she said, her words, word for word, were a party worth booking is a party worth coaching. And coaching doesn't mean what we think of a coach in terms of like football or things like that. It's a little different. Coaching is our word of preparing for success for that party and getting everybody on board with understanding what we're going to be doing in said party, what can be personalized for them at said party, and just starting to build that dialogue with your potential guests and hostesses and things like that, to where people are excited to come to a Mary Kay facial or Mary Kay party. So before we go into just like the nitty gritty details, I wanted to kind of more so, I said at the beginning of all of these webinars that we're not just going to do Mary Kay. I mean, we're doing Mary Kay, but we're not just going to focus on the tiny little details of Mary Kay and what goes into that. I really want to, encompass us women as a whole. And I know we as women are emotional, are, you know, every aspect of life, whether it be working on friendships, things like that. This is Pink Life Together. And so I just wanted to share something with you guys that'll kind of really tug at your heart a little bit, and just put this into perspective of why we do what we do in Mary Kay, and um, why we want to make sure that you are trained and you're taught and you know what you're doing to enrich women's lives and to make a difference in women's lives beyond the mascara, beyond the foundation, beyond the skincare. Okay, so I'm going to read to you a fun little story. And for those of you, or it's not a story, it's just a woman's quote. For those of you who don't know who National Sales Director, actually, I want to say she's an executive National Sales Director, if not elite. I should have looked that up. I know she's at least an executive sales director, national sales director, and she is one of our inner circle national sales directors, which is like the top of the top of the top nationals. Like these women know what they're doing. They've got their business down. So some of you may have heard me talk about her before, but her name is Pamela Waldrop Shaw, and I love Pamela Waldrop Shaw. In fact, let me show you. I've got my phone right here. Look, look, look. I even met Pamela. Can you see us? Oh no, the coloring is not so good. Well, that's me, and that's Pam. we're on a short name basis. Pam, me and Pam. So Pamela Waldrop Shaw. I met her in Florida last February at a retreat, and it was just phenomenal. And what I remember most was, these nationals. They all, we look up to them, and we think, oh my gosh, I want to be like her. And she's got it all together, and she knows what she's doing, and she's making oodles of money, and has the lifestyle that I want, and the freedom that I want, and just everything that Mary Kay has to offer. Seems like these nationals have it, right? Well, they didn't always have it. And what is so cool, I don't know what your favorite princess is, but my favorite princess is Cinderella. And I remember there were a lot of nationals at this event in Florida. And I remember going through, it was so funny because I was with Callie. We all know Callie. She's like a Mary Kay rock star. What would you call it? She's famous in Mary Kay. And she was the queen last year. So Callie's super famous throughout of Mary Kay. And so is Crystal Walker Hunsucker. I don't know if you guys know her, but if you go look at my Facebook for this last week, she and I had our pedicures done together on Wednesday. So she was at this retreat too, and it was so funny because we were all standing in line to take pictures with all of these fantastic nationals. And it wasn't like it was an organized line or anything like that. It wasn't, you go to Disneyland and you stand in line to meet every single princess. It wasn't like that. It was just kind of organically happened that, oh, there's one over there, and there's one over there, and oh, I want to go ask for this. And it was a more intimate retreat, so you could talk to all the nationals and get to know them and things like that. And I just remember standing in line and looking up to Callie and Crystal and saying, I feel like we are at Disneyland in line to see Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty and all of these princesses because they're so amazing and we just look up to them so much. And, they have her little girl dream already put together. And it was just neat that, that picture that I just showed you, it was like, oh, I'm at the front of the line. I'm meeting Pamela Waldrop Shaw. So I'm telling you this just to kind of paint the picture of, wow, these women are amazing. Yes, they are amazing. But they didn't wake up being national executive senior sales director. I'm screwing up all the letters right now, but they didn't wake up with that title. They worked to that title. And something that really struck me, bear with me because I want to read you guys something. It's right here on my laptop. Something that kind of struck me were the words of Pamela Waldrop Shaw. I keep wanting to just call her Pam. But she posted this on her Facebook because, of course, I'm a groupie and I follow her on Facebook. And she says, when opportunity presents itself, it's too late to get prepared. That's her quote. And here's what she says about this. She says, this mantra has become a personal philosophy of life. When you first think about it, you may find yourself in a place of regret based on where you are and where you think you could or should be. I recall attending a Mary Kay leadership conference many years ago. I flew alone, I roomed alone, I sat alone. Nobody knew my name. Nobody asked me for sage advice, for a picture, certainly not an autograph, not even lunch. I had made choices that were not the best, nor did they require the best from me. I remember thinking, this is not the end of my story. There will come a different day. I went back to Florida where I was living and I made different choices. I decided on a couple of habits and did the hard work of implementing them every day when nobody is watching, when there's no stage reward, when the delayed gratification you know is coming is nowhere in sight. I went back to church. I started investing in my relationship, getting to know God again. I went to work on the skills and activities that would make a difference in my business growth. I stopped pretending, listen close here. I stopped pretending it was somebody else's fault or that there was something lacking in me. I defined what a win would look like in my day, and I made a point out of winning more than once daily. Where where we are in life is not usually a surprise to us. We know where we cut corners, slacked, gave up, or ignored what was required from us. And because we know how we landed here, we also know what it will take to get us to a better place, success. You know what? Opportunity will once again present itself. Will you be prepared? As Senior National Sales Director Julia Burnett said from the stage, this is from when they were in LA this weekend. The past is a great teacher, but a horrible master. What were your wins today? Are you fully committed? Are you fully committed to the best, to be the best where you are, so that as doors of opportunity open again, you're standing there as the best version of yourself, ready to seize what is in front of you? Powerful words, huh? I mean, when I read those on her Facebook, I was like, oh my goodness, this is kind of creeping me out. And just that quote at the top that she uses, when opportunity presents itself, it's too late to get prepared. And notice, she admitted she was not always this once fancy, to us, Cinderella. Just like Cinderella in the story was not always the princess. She was sadly the maid to her horrible stepsisters and stepmother. And her story is a little different. Okay, just work with me with the analogy here. Um, Luckily, she, put on a pair of fantastic shoes and went to the ball and met her prince, and ta-da! She worked hard. She put in her time, but this is different. I just want to paint the picture of Pam is kind of like the Cinderella in the Mary Kay world, at least for me, because she wasn't always this fancy schmancy person up at the top that people stood in line for and people wanted her autograph for, and people always, oh my gosh, Pam is teaching, I better get out my notebook and record everything she says, because if she said it, then I got to do it, because this is how it works. So she admits that life was hard before. She wasn't doing the things she wanted to do, and she wasn't always prepared. And I think what sometimes gets us in our business is that we aren't always prepared, and then we want to kick ourselves and say, oh, that I should have had a business card with me. That girl looked so sharp, standing in front of me at the store, or whatever it may be, and we weren't prepared. And then what tends to happen is we get down on ourselves, and it's a lot harder to get down on ourselves, over and over and over again. Well, it's easy to get down on ourselves. It's harder to lift ourselves back up out of that, right? It's a lot harder to start pedaling when you when you're going up a hill and you take a 2-second break and now you're feeling going backwards, right? It's the same thing here. It's harder to keep going if we're not prepared. And so coaching is a huge thing that we need to prepare for in order for our business to be successful and to be profitable. If you have no idea who your guest list is, if you have no idea what some of their skin issues are, if you have no idea who's going to be at said party, how is it going to be a success? You have nothing to prepare for, right? So preparing is what's going to be key to your success. And I hope you followed that little analogy of mine with Cinderella and Pam. And one day too, I know I'm going to be a national just like Pam. And there's going to be another 24-year-old sitting in the crowd thinking, oh my gosh, there's Executive Elite Senior National Sales Director Sarah Journey. I need to get my picture with her. But in the meantime, I need to work and I need to prepare. And I need to be prepared so that when those opportunities present themselves, I'm not kicking myself in the butt because I didn't have the right tools with me. I didn't have the right scripts memorized. I didn't have the confidence built up in me. I didn't have the right sleep at night to where I can be in a good attitude for the next day. You see how all this works into normal life? Because it can really translate into your home life, your other work life, life with, if you've got a husband or a boyfriend or children, things like that, it all translates in. Being prepared for those opportunities to come by is just going to make you that much more successful. Okay, so coaching 101. It's really not that hard when you think about it. It's really not that hard. It just takes a few baby steps in the right direction to know what you're doing and to plan so that you can succeed, right? Mary Kay always said, nobody plans to fail. But if you fail to plan, wait, what? You would think I have these like really memorized, but baby brain is getting to me. I'm 38 weeks pregnant, y'all. Nobody plans to fail, but people fail to plan. There we go. Nobody plans to fail. I didn't wake up this morning saying, I'm just going to kill it today and nothing's going to get done and it's just going to be an unproductive day. Nobody does that, right? But if we fail to plan, then we find ourselves twiddling our thumbs at 9 o'clock at night thinking, what did we do today? Oh my gosh, nothing got done today. I thought about doing something today, but it didn't actually get done because you weren't prepared, okay? So coaching, I'm going to teach you a couple fun tools. And this is kind of like a two-part training with a little twist. So I'll give you the first half of it today, and then the second half kind of works in with next week for our closing. Okay, so here's what you need to be doing. You need to be coaching. In order to coach, you need to have some proper tools. Here are the tools that you need for proper coaching to make a party successful. I know I'm probably sounding like a broken record right now, but I promise we're getting somewhere. So have you ever seen one of these? Look, it's a cute little goodie bag, and look what is in said goodie bag. If we can open said goodie bag, can you see that? It has like little lips on it. Oh, so cute. Okay, so we've got in here, in the back, we've got a business card. So here's my business card. Ta-da! We've got a tiny mini hand lotion. Ta-da! And these are the ones that you could get on In Touch. In the section 2, I think it's like 12 of them for $6. They come out to like 50 cents a piece. A lip gloss sample. Hold on. Here's a lip gloss sample for you. And then a couple of candies. Now I just had these at my house. They're those flavored Tootsie Rolls, but it's kind of a harder candy, or you can put a Lifesaver in there, or like a Jolly Rancher, but something that's a hard candy, because you're gonna have these around with you everywhere, so you wanna make sure you have something that doesn't melt. No chocolate. Do not put chocolate in this or you're going to have a disaster, okay? So how simple was that? Let's go over it again. We'll put going backwards. Fun little cello bag that you can get at like mygirlfriendshouse.com, or if you live local to me, I've got like a bazillion of them. You can buy some off of me, but you've got your business card, a tiny little hand lotion, a couple pieces of candy, and a lip gloss sample. Now this little baggie is called a goodie baggie slash a blessing baggie. Okay, so we're going to talk about it in terms of a goodie baggie first, and then talk about it in terms of a blessing baggie. Okay, so these are the fun little baggies that you're going to want to put together. Now, this is my version of it. If you want to put it in a cello bag and tie a little bow at the top to where it like poofs out, you can do that too. But I just figured this is easy. One less thing to do. It still looks super cute. It's got lips on it. Who doesn't love lips? And it's got all of those main ingredients in there. Okay. I'm going to switch gears here to what you're going to be doing with these goodie baggies. Now, let's say you've just booked a woman for a facial and she wants to make it a party. So you've already kind of talked to her about time and date and place, things like that. And you're going to want to come up with a good hostess packet. Or not hostess packet, a hostess promotion. Okay, something that's super simple that I use, and I mean this is very basic and very simple, is that the person who is hosting the party, so your hostess, for every guest she invites, she gets 10% off of her order. Like for every guest that comes, she gets 10% off her order up to 50%. So let's say she brings 5 friends, she gets 50% off. Let's say she brings 2 friends, she gets 20% off. Does that make sense? She brings 10 friends, that's just awesome for you, but we're going to cap it at the 50% so you're not losing money, okay? If anything, you're just giving her, the hostess, product at cost, but that's a fun little way to do it. Now there's all kinds of other stuff, so if you've got your pen and paper, write this down. You can go to pinkprinting.com, pinkprinting.com. And they've got a fun hostess packet that you can use. It's like party with me or get 100 free when you party with me. And you can read all about like the different rules of the game and things like that, or just offer up, whatever your hostess policy is, figure it out and use it consistently. And if you need help, you are more than welcome to contact me directly and just say, hey, look, this is my idea. How does this work? Or how do you think this would work? Because I've done a few different ones and I've kind of found what I like, but you need something that's going to excite you. Okay. So you're going to get in place your hostess promotion slash packet slash whatever you want to call it. Okay. Your hostess perks. Let's just call it that, hostess perks. And so I've got mine in place and I tell her, look, for everyone you invite, your facial will be at 2:00 on Saturday afternoon at your house. And for everyone who you invite, you'll get, or for everyone who comes, you'll get an extra 10% off of anything you want at that party. Who do you think you want to invite? And at this point, you're working on a guest list with her, and you get a guest list with her. And let's say she needs a day to get the guest list to you. You'll give her a day and check back in with her the next day. And the reason you're getting the guest list, and it's a guest list, is their names and their numbers. Okay, so whoever's coming, their names and their numbers. And sometimes people feel a little eerie about giving you their friends' names and numbers, but you just tell them, look, I just need to call and make sure I have a few answers to some skincare questions so we can really personalize their time and make sure, I'm not bringing anything that they're going to be allergic to or things like that, to where you really are getting valuable information about your guests so you can do your job as a beauty consultant best, and so that you can get people excited about coming. Sometimes the hostess doesn't really know how to invite to a Mary Kay party, but you're the pro. You are the pro. You want this party to be successful way more than she wants it to be. So you got to take that responsibility into your own hands, right? Right. So now you've got the guest list. So she's given you 5 gals she wants to invite, and you're ready to roll. here's where it gets fun. Let me get my little thing up. Where is it? Where is it? Here we go. So you're going to get you some goodie bags because you need to be prepared with your goodie bags, right? Put them together, cute little baggie. Now, the only difference that you'll do is open it up. You've got your, and you can either do this if you're attaching a little bow on it. You can hole punch not your credit card. Don't put your credit card in here. Your business card. You can put a little hole punch in your business card and tie it to the goodie bag. You know, if you're going to do it that route, or if you're going with this fun little just Ziploc baggy route, you'll put the card in here backwards to where it's just white on the back side. See, ta-da, goodie bag's ready to go. Now here's the catch. Well, not the catch. Here's what makes it even more special for the people. It's going to be a personalized goodie bag. So what you're going to do is get the guest list, type out their names in some cute little font, and put it on an Avery label. Those are super cheap, an Avery label. And then you're going to stick the label on the backside of your business card, okay, to where when you get to the party, there is a specific goodie bag for each person. It's not just a bunch of little baggies in a bowl, and here's one for you, here's one for you, here's one for you. Okay, it's one more little touch that looks really professional. Excuse me. That shows, look, I put time into this. I knew I was going to build a relationship with you. I knew I was going to help you with your skin and your makeup and things like that. And it just really builds that relationship with your guests. And it also segues into how you're going to coach them and get them excited to come. So here's going to be your script. And I'll just read it out loud a couple times for you to get it. But you will get this in your email. You should have already gotten this in your email, and it will be on my website come tonight or tomorrow. So sarahjourney.unitwise.com. Make sure you check there under the 13 weeks of training. So number 1, you're going to call each guest. Yes, you're going to call each guest, and if they don't answer, you'll leave a voicemail. And here's the thing. I didn't come up with this. This isn't rocket science. I'm not magical. I took this from National Sales Director Kristen Rogers Sharp. Okay, she's pretty much a fantastic national. And if you listen to the $1 Million Messages every week, I want to say she's Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday? I think she's Wednesday. And so you can hear a lot more about Kristen Rogers Sharp on Wednesdays. But so this is from her. This is what she does. And I figure if the National's doing it, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. I'm just going to do this, right? Right. So you're going to call everybody on the guest list, and you're going to say, "Hi, Olivia. This is Sarah with Mary Kay. I'm the one doing the party for Lindsay this Sunday or whenever at 2 p.m. We're so excited to pamper you. We have a goodie bag ready for you, because we do. But I need to ask you a couple of questions. Is text or phone better?" So you leave a voicemail. Step 1, leave the voicemail. Step 2, if she didn't answer, which is why you left the voicemail, you'll say the same thing over again in your text message. So again, "Hi, Olivia. This is Sarah with Mary Kay. Not sure if you got my voicemail, but I'm the one doing the party for Lindsay this Sunday at 2 p.m. We're so excited to pamper you. We have a goodie bag ready for you, but I do need to ask you a couple of questions. Is text or phone better?" And what's really neat is that through this, you're building a relationship with them. You're getting them excited to come. And you're already telling them there's something for them just for coming. They're getting a goodie bag, and it's going to be personalized to them, right? Now, when they call back and they say, "Yeah, usually they'll text you. You're going to get texts a lot better, or a lot more results with women texting you versus calling you. It's just this day and age. Back in the day, they had to call, but now they're just going to text you. For the most part, about 95% of my people that I'm coaching, this is all done through texting. Okay. So usually they text back, "Yes, I'm so excited to come," or "Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. Tell me a little bit more about it." And this is the part where you smack out your coaching questions. And they're really simple, y'all. There's a list of them that's in that email, but among them, they're super simple. You can memorize them even. One of the first ones is your skin typically dry, oily, normal, combination? What is it? And they know their skin better than you. And so at this point, you're already investing in them. They know you're investing in them because you're putting in time, and it's only deepening that relationship and that excitement about coming to the party. Okay. So number one, is your skin typically oily, dry, normal, combination, whatever it is? Number two, is there anything you'd want to change about your skin? A common answer is, I want my pores to look smaller, or I want my blackheads to go away, or I have dark circles under my eyes, whatever it is, they're going to say something. Because I've never in a million years have I heard someone say, I don't want to change anything about myself. Because it's just human nature, right? So they're going to come up with something about their skin that they want to change. And then your next question can be, like I said, there's a list of them, but these are the three I use that are just the easiest ones. Is there anything about Mary Kay that you'd like to learn? I want to make sure this time is beneficial for you. Okay? And so with those three questions, I just shoot them a text. Now we're in a texting conversation, and they answer the questions. And now I know, A, what type their skin is. So I know to make a mental note in my head of when I see her, I'm going to say, oh, I remember you had oily skin. I have some really good cleanser for you that's specially formulated for your oily to combination skin. Or, oh, I remember you said you wanted to get rid of get rid of blackheads. And we've got this stuff that we're going to use today that's going to be amazing, and you're going to love it, and it's going to be fantastic. Wink, wink, microdermabrasion, or a skin and a great brush, or whatever else you think would be great, right? For whatever their problem that they want to change is. And so you're already building that relationship. And think about it. If someone were to call you and just say, hey, this is what's going to happen, see you there. Well, three scenarios. If you tell your friend that, yes, I'm going to be there, okay, wonderful. Odds are you might not be there because you don't know what's going on. You're not invested in it. You haven't gotten excited about it. And if something else may come up in that same time frame that you think is more fun or exciting, odds are, well, you don't really have a commitment to come to this party, so you're going to bail, right? I've done that before. I'll admit, I'll be the first to admit that sometimes, I've made tentative plans with people, and if that morning something comes up that I feel is more exciting, and these plans were not set in stone, it was just a tentative thing, I can switch it around. It's not a big deal, or just not go. I'm not that excited about that place anyways, whatever have you. Of course, you're going to go with something that's more exciting. So you want to make sure that you've prepared these women that they are excited about this. They don't want to go out to a movie because some other friend invited them to a movie. You want that girl to be so excited that she says, hey, instead of going to that movie, let's go later tonight. Come with me to this facial party, because she already knows all these different fun things about skincare, and she's going to hook us up, right? And so that's what coaching does. It gets you involved with the guests to where they've had some kind of communication with you before that initial meeting. And same works with, referrals. You're not just calling a referral and saying, hey, such and such gave me your name. She said you love a facial. Okay, great. See you next Saturday at 5. Odds are she's not going to really hold her appointment because she doesn't really know you. But if you start to build that relationship, they are so much more likely to hold. Any party I've ever booked and really truly coached had so much more potential of holding and then having great profits from sales and recruiting because people were already invested in what they were coming to do. They already knew what was going to happen. They already knew that there was something special for them that was going to get rid of a blackhead or dry skin or itchiness or whatever whatever it is. They already have stake in it. Does that make sense? And so The last little bit of it is at the very end, once you've talked about all those questions and things like that, is you're going to take a cute little picture of their goodie bag and send it to them and say, okay, great, I can't wait to see you. This is the goodie bag that's already waiting for you with your name on it. And I like to put it in a cute background. Don't just, you know, I mean, I could take a picture of it right here on my desk, but my desk got paperwork all over it and it's just not cute. But if you stand it up next to, you know, a cute pillow or a little mirror or something, snap a picture of it and send it to her. She already knows there's something waiting with her name on it. And she's going to want to come to at least get her free stuff. Okay, so does that make sense? Coaching, so super important. Even if you book a facial today for tomorrow morning, you're still gonna go over it all, right? Right. Because odds are she's not going to cancel from today to tomorrow. There's a bigger chance of things coming up between now and next weekend. So this texting and calling and coaching is the overall word for it all. Really keeps you in her mind and helps her not forget about what's going on and puts it in her, her mental calendar, if not her physical calendar of this is what I've got going on Saturday afternoon and I can't wait. So that's what coaching is. I know it takes time, but if you don't do it, then it's kind of understandable if someone doesn't come to the party. You haven't put your time into making sure that you are going to make her day better. You are going to enrich her life. And the last little bit that I want to talk about these goodie bags. So I said they're either goodie bags or blessing bags. Now you can use these as a blessing bag to get leads. Okay. And this is where getting prepared counts too. Have a lot of these put together in your purse. I'd say have 10 of them in your purse at a time and focus on getting rid of 3 of them a day. Okay, do you meet 3 random women every day? Do you? Unless you don't leave your house from morning to night, you're lying. But I'm sure you meet 3 different women every single day out and about, whether it's in line, somewhere at a store, whether it's at the bank, whether it's picking up your kids from school. You're meeting 3 random women every day, right? Right. So this is a great way to get some leads. And you've got a fun little goodie bag here. And this is also, the scripting is also in your email and on these pages. But what's really cool is that you're going to pass out 3 blessing bags every single day. And when you hand them out, you say, girl or ma'am or whatever. You'll kind of gauge it. If she's 25, you can say, hey girl, instead of, oh ma'am, I have a question to ask you. So you kind of gauge it to what she is and you say, ma'am, I'm trying to hand out some goodie bags today and get some why am I blanking here? Get some opinions. What's your number? I'd love to give you this and get your opinion on the items in the bag. Ta-da! I know I kind of stuttered with that, so I'll kind of simplify it. Hey girl, what's your number? I want to know what your opinion are, I want to know what's your opinion of the items in this goodie bag. I'm giving out goodie bags today. Did you see how I said, what's your number? I didn't ask permission of, can I have your number? I just asked straight up. Do you see the difference there? I know it's very slight. And that's something that you may slip up if you're not prepared, if you're not thinking about it, if you're not in the zone. So you're not going to say, may I have your number? You're just going to give it to her and say, what's your number? You're going to ask her permission. Hey, can I give you a goodie bag? I'm handing out goodie bags today. Or she's going to say yes to free samples. Okay, great. What's your number? I'd love to call you and get your opinion on what's inside that goodie bag. Boom. She's already got a lip gloss, a little hand lotion. Your card is in there and a piece of candy. There's a lead. Now, I know that's warm chattering, and I know that's totally probably out of somebody else's comfort zone, But if you've got these on you, it's one more way to work your business when you're out and about town. So when you say that, oh my gosh, my life is so busy, I have nowhere to get leads, I have nowhere to do this, I have nowhere to do that. It's not that hard to put together some goodie bags and be prepared to do this out and about. And the first few times are going to be scary. Actually, I know a couple people who love doing this. And kudos to you. I wish I were you. But me, myself, I struggle with this still. So always have these around as a little blessing bag. To hand out to women. And you never know, you could be making her day, or you could just be giving her a piece of candy for her kid that needs something, right? But either way, you are making an attempt to build your business and to get new leads. And in the grander scheme of things, coach your parties. Okay, and like I said, there's a lot more on that sheet that you'll get about how to use the goodie bags for closing at a party, and I'll go over details of that next week if you want to read up on it. By all means do so, and you'll be ahead of the game for next week. But that's pretty much all the training that I have for y'all. And I don't know what else to say to tell you that it's so important to be prepared. Because if you see that sharp woman in line, or if you've got that sharp woman booked for a party and you didn't reach out to her and then you wonder why she didn't come, I mean, yeah, there's other issues that may be, involved there, but as long as you know you've covered all your bases and you know you've done your job to the T, you won't have anything to beat yourself up about for, right? Right. And you don't look around and think, well, how come she can do it better than I can? And how come, this business is not hard. It's a very simple. Okay, it's repetition, repetition, repetition. Said it the first week. We do 4 main things in Mary Kay. We book, we have the appointment to sell the product, we book, we coach, then we sell the product, and then we recruit, right? Oh my gosh, I'm skipping the one thing I trained on today. So we book it, we coach it, we sell, we recruit. 4 main things. It's just a matter of being prepared and knowing what you're doing, coaching the party to where it can be as successful as possible. And you need to be doing these coaching questions, even if it's not a party, even if it's just a one-on-one facial. You still want to be building that relationship with them. So I hope this blesses you all today. And I just want to leave you with a fun little note. I know I've kind of referenced a lot of nationals today, but the last one I'll quote today is National Sales Director Leah Carta. And this kind of hits home for me too, because guess what? She's a senior national sales director, which means she's already offsprung another national, so actually 2 national sales directors. And get this, she's 29. She's 29. She's not even 30. Okay, I'm 24. I can be like her when I'm 29. It just takes work. But get this. This is what she says. No one has an advantage over the next person, as we all start with the same starter kit. If you're willing to do the work, then your dreams will become reality. Are you willing to do the work? And are you willing to do what Pam Shaw said and be, let me not mess up her quote, what did it say? When opportunity presents itself, it's too late to get prepared. So are you going to be prepared, and are you going to work to make this happen for you? It's not hard. Not hard. It just takes work, and it takes time, and it takes consistency. There's that word again. My word of the year, consistency. And being prepared to take advantage of those opportunities when they come. And when you do that, you end up being like National Sales Senior Sales Director Leah Carta at 29 with 2 beautiful babies, living the life that hardly any, I mean, she's a millionaire at 29. 29. I can't stress this enough. And I'm doing it for my own sake. Because that's where I want to be. I want to be a national. I want to have that life for my kids. And I know none of that's going to ever come if I don't do what I know is right in my business, be the best that I can be the best that I can be for you guys to give you a good mentor and a good, leadership and direction. And who knows, someday you might be, well, I know I'm going to be a national. Someday you might be one of those Cinderellas that a brand new consultant or a struggling consultant or whatever have you is standing in line to take her picture with you because she so admires you and the work that you've done and the legacy that you've built in Mary Kay. So here's to our joyful journey unit legacy being built through our offspring sales directors, through our amazing consultants, through our car drivers, through our consistency in our day-to-day when we reach out to these women that we want a facial and we want to make a difference in their lives and we want to enrich their lives. So peace out. I am so excited that you were watching my week 3 webinar, and let me know if you need any other help or clarification on anything like this. You know how to reach me. And until then, have fun coaching your parties and making them the best that they can be. Love y'all. Bye.